Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Nastasia. Today we're talking about marriage and dating and all that good stuff. I know you guys love those videos. I love filming them. So before I get into it, if you end up liking this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you never miss out on a video every time I post. And my Instagram is right here. I post all the behind the scenes of my life and my boo thing and all that. So let's get into the video. So the question at hand is, can a Christian date a non-Christian? Whether they believe a different religion, whether they're atheist, whether they just don't really, believe in Jesus, but they don't know what they believe, whatever. Is it okay to date somebody that isn't a Christian? Well, the thing is, you can do whatever you want. That's kind of what it is. You can do whatever you want, but should you is what really matters. And in my opinion, I'm going to get straight to the point. No, I don't think you should. And I'm going to tell you exactly why right now, and exactly why it's the most important thing you could probably ever do other than give your life to Jesus is dating only Christians if you were a Christian. Now, when we look at dating, the Bible doesn't necessarily talk about dating itself. It talks about marriage. Because back then it wasn't necessarily dating. It was kind of either arranged marriages, or it just wasn't referred to like that, because if you were interested in a person or if you were betrothed to somebody, it was leading to marriage. And so dating nowadays has become so loose, it seems, and so just more of a fun thing than anything else in a lot of cases, especially in secular kind of things and stuff. But what is dating ultimately leading to? It's supposed to be leading to marriage. So, dating to a relationship, to engagement, to a marriage. So when it comes down to that, the Bible does speak about marriage, and it talks about being unequally yoked. And I know that can be really confusing if you kind of have heard that for the first time and it doesn't make much sense. that makes sense why you wouldn't understand. But in the simplest terms I can give without a ton of definitions is that if you are at this level with Jesus, your person should be at that level with Jesus. So basically, if you're at this level with Jesus and somebody isn't even a believer, then they're not even on the ranking. They're not even on this scale. And maybe you are at this level with Jesus and the person you're dating is a Christian, but it says they're a Christian and doesn't really care what they do, doesn't really care about honoring God, isn't trying to get to know God. Maybe if they're saved, they're kind of down here, whatever. That's not equally yoked. And now I want to be careful when I say that, because it's not based on works necessarily, but the way the Bible talks about how you know if somebody is following the Lord is based off of their fruit a lot of times, is how we can tell. And so if somebody is just really eagerly searching, trying to find the Lord, whether they have just become saved or whether they've been saved 10 plus years, if they're eagerly trying to get to know God more and more every day, that's a good sign. So when it comes to dating, you might think, okay, that's marriage, but dating is not even a big deal. Well, if you're anything like me, you give your heart really easily to people. If you keep giving parts of your heart away to people who aren't also following Jesus, they might take advantage of you. They most likely will take advantage of you, even if they don't mean to, whether that's emotionally, mentally, physically, any of that. And yes, there are people who follow Jesus who also make mistakes. I don't want you to think that Christians do not make mistakes, or that if you're dating a Christian it'll be a perfect relationship or something. That's not true. But I can tell you right now that if you are just dating to have fun and to not really take anything too seriously, you're probably going to get burned. Either you're going to get burned or you're going to burn someone else. Friends with benefits is never a good idea. Somebody will always catch feelings. I've seen too many movies about it. And just dating to kind of just have fun and whatever and drinks and stuff. I'm not saying you don't have fun on dating, on dates. You do. But there is a sense of seriousness that you should have, because if you feel like you've been called to marriage one day, you should be looking for somebody, or I shouldn't say looking. If you're on a date with somebody, you should be trying to find the qualities in them that would also match the qualities you would want in a husband, or if you're a guy, your wife. And if those qualities aren't there, like if they're not a Christian, you shouldn't just be like, it's okay, I won't marry him, but I'll keep dating them. That is literally setting yourself up for heartbreak, or setting them up for heartbreak. If you see like a huge red flag that you're like, I could never marry them, then don't keep dating them. And if you truly are a believer in following Jesus, that big red flag is if they aren't loving Jesus the way you're loving Jesus. And that's what equally yoked means. So when I say this, I don't say it from a place of just like la-di-da, I have no idea what I'm talking about, because it's like, I come from divorced parents. I can tell you right now, it's one of the worst things a child can ever go through. I promise. One of the worst things. And I would almost guarantee you, I would guarantee you if I knew the future or the past, or, you know, different odds of things, but if my parents were equally yoked, it would have been a very different story. I don't think a divorce would have ever even been in the question. Now, yes, there are people who are Christian and they do still get divorced. It happens. But I would say the odds are way, way, way down for people that aren't just Christian or say they're Christian, but who truly are equally yoked in chasing after God at the same speed. Like really, really are trying to get to God together. And I have seen enough marriages fail. I've seen people my age, I'm 23, I've seen people my age on their on their second marriage, or they've already been divorced or something, and I don't want to cast shame towards that. I can't imagine the pain that you're going through. But God doesn't tell us to marry somebody who is also equally yoked with us just because he feels like saying it. I believe it is literally one of the most important rules of marriage. Don't marry somebody that isn't equally yoked with you, because it is the only shot you have at making this marriage work. If you are both chasing God at the same speed, and you both truly, truly want him in your lives together, you have a really good shot at having a fruitful, thriving, incredible marriage that, yes, will have ups and downs, but that can lead to better and better and better days, with divorce being out of the question. I can tell you too that I kind of mentioned this, but it's not coming from somebody who I did not take it seriously in the past, dating somebody who was equally yoked with me. I just thought if they said they were a Christian, we're good. That's not the case. Like, it's not just, are you a Christian? Yeah, I say so. I'd say so. I go to church. Oh, cool. No, that's not it. Like, that is a religion, not a relationship. When I met Kai, I specifically asked him, what does your relationship with the Lord look like right now? And that's the answer I looked for. And guess what? His answer blew me out of the water. And I think it's a good sign if you think that other person loves Jesus more than you do, and they think you love Jesus more than they do. Like, if you are constantly just admiring each other's love for Jesus, that's a really good sign. Please, please, please don't take it lightly when you're dating. I'm not saying on the first date you have to ask them, all right, well, what's your plans for marriage? What's your plans for this and this and this? When should we get engaged? Like, no, don't do that. Don't be crazy. But ask questions that are important. And I think I'm going to make a video, actually, maybe with Kai too, questions we asked each other in the beginning of us dating, even when we first met, that kind of helped us decide if we wanted to keep pursuing this or not, because you might not even know the questions to ask. I had to figure it out the hard way over a lot of pain and heartbreak, and I want to be able to help you guys with that. So, can you date somebody that isn't a Christian when you're a Christian? Sure you can. You can do whatever you want. Does that mean you should? No. In my opinion and the Bible's opinion, no, you absolutely should not. If you don't like that answer, take it up with God. Take it up with the Bible, because I'm telling you right now, I didn't make the rules, but I know they work. So I love you guys so, so much. I can't wait to hear your comments down below. Please leave me any video ideas you have, and I'll see you next time. Love you. Bye.